Hello, Your Honor. My name is Deborah Hawthorne. I am George Wilson's daughter. I'm sorry that I cannot be there in person due to unseen events that has prevented me from joining you all today. Which in a way is a blessing because I don't think I could handle sitting in the same room with Preston Billings. I was told to keep the video at about 5 minutes, and I will do my best, but it's hard to sum up someone's life in that short period of time. I really don't know what to say, what I'm supposed to say, because I've never done this before. I've never had anybody killed. I don't really know where to begin to tell you about my dad. I'm going to show you some pictures so that way you can get to know him and understand what type of man was taken from us. This is my dad when he was in the Army. He was a screaming eagle and very proud of it. He learned a lot. He loved Germany. And he loved meeting everyone. I believe he still maintained friendships with a lot of his buddies. This is my mom and my dad when they first got married. He was a lot skinnier then, and I never knew my dad was skinny. I always saw him as a big man, not skinny. Mom always said you can tell a happy man by his waistline. If he's married and he's heavy, he's happy. And obviously, my dad was very happily married. This is my dad and my mom and my sister and myself. My dad was a wonderful husband and the epitome of a perfect dad. My dad was a tall and strong man, big man, but he was just, he had an even temper and a civil tongue. And this is my dad and I in Colorado, and by far this is my most ultimate favorite picture of us, even though I don't remember much about the trip. My dad had a silly character. He was a jokester. He'd always play pranks and buy like little fake snakes, and my dad and I would conspire against my sister and my mom and scare the bejeebies out of them. And I think it's one of the things that it may sound silly to you, but you would have to know my dad. My sister and I would sit there and think this was some elaborate prank. He was going to pop up or come around the corner and say, just kidding, gotcha. But he never did. My dad was a very good man. He had a good heart. He is very fair and very honest. You don't find that in many people nowadays. I look around and see so many people that are dishonest and rude and mean and just downright evil, and I wonder, why did they go? Why did they get killed? Why did my dad have to die? Why take him? The last pieces of good left in this world, and he had to be taken because someone was so careless. They couldn't wait 20 seconds. They couldn't have was coming. My dad was taken because someone wanted to power slide into that turn, who had been told by his family members not to do that because something was going to happen, and he didn't listen to them. And look what happened. We had to pay the price. We have to go through life without our dad. My children have to go through their life without their grandfather. My dad's friends have to go through the rest of their life without him. Because you wanted to get home to what? Eat your McDonald's? Was your value meal that important to you? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know if this is just being heard by you, Your Honor, or if it's being played in the courtroom. This is something that I never thought I would ever see the day. Not like this. My sister and I have pictures of my sister and I riding motorcycles. This is our first motorcycle. I was 8 years old. Kawasaki 100. My dad's been riding since he was 10. My dad knew what he was doing on that motorcycle. But because of Preston Billings' carelessness and total disregard to the safety of others, my dad couldn't maneuver his way out of this. And never once did he check on my dad. Never once did he ask. Never once did he walk over. Thank God for the 2 witnesses that stayed. For the one who called 911, and for the gentleman, I don't know who you are, and if you're there, thank you. For the gentleman that sat beside my dad as he lay there dying. Preston Billings, you never once checked on him. You were too busy tinkering around in your truck, walking through the freaking crime scene, smoking your cigarettes, and then later verbally assaulting my dad's character when someone would ask you what happened. Blaming my dad, referring to him as a stupid old man, a foolish old man that ruined your life because now you don't have your truck. That truck is nothing compared to my dad. You could not buy a vehicle that could even come close to comparing to my dad's character. You could only wish and pray to know someone like my father. To know anyone of his caliber. If it were up to me, you wouldn't be getting a ticket. And you should thank God this did not happen in my state. Because you'd be sitting on death row for murder. Living here in Texas, it's warm to where you could ride 10 months out of the year, almost all year round. And every time I go somewhere, I see someone riding. And I'll see a couple of riders, and I swear to God, it's my dad. And it's like my heart gets ripped out every single time. I don't even ride anymore. Because I don't want to. I've become angry and cold because it's easier to deal with hurting. I'm tired of hurting. I do not wish you any malice, Preston Billings. Even as bad as I want to, I will not wish that upon you. What I do wish upon you is to have the ability to feel, to have empathy times 10, so you can feel the pain and the heartache that you've inflicted upon so many people. That your nights are haunted with the visions of killing my dad as he lay there dying and you walking around with others rendering aid. That is what I wish for you. My dad would not want me to hold Alice in my heart for you, and it's hard not to. I'm 40 years old, and I will not have my dad anymore. My daughters will not have their grandfather. My dad's friends will no longer have their friend ever again. The world lost a good man because of your carelessness. Because you wanted to get home with your burger. Because you didn't want to wait those 15 to 20 seconds. Because you didn't stay in your lane and sit there and wait your turn to turn correctly. Because of that, my dad is gone. The only comfort that I have and my sister, our children, and love is that he is with our mom. Even though she died of brain cancer 8 months to the day you killed him, and he missed her every day, he still wanted to live. But you took that away. Your Honor, I hope that you were able to use good judgment and wisdom on this. And I hope that you can understand and that you realize that every life is valuable and not expendable. And that my dad deserves justice. I guess that's all I have to say.